Hello, welcome back to the second meditation of Guided Meditations, a UMOCA project to support the teachers of Utah using me, Lyra Zabriskie, as your meditation guide. So this meditation video is all about how to get through the day with more flexibility, because this year is requiring that quite a bit. It is an intense year, and as teachers, you are being asked to do things differently almost on a daily basis and adapt to new rules, new situations, and it must be incredibly pressure-filled for you. So I want this meditation to support your feeling flexible through those difficult circumstances. So with every meditation that we'll be doing together, all three, I want to focus on the three aspects of meditation that I find the most enriching. First is your body, coming into your body through physical sensation and through love, through touch, and through understanding that your body, this beautiful vessel that you live in, is your biggest ally through life. And when we can do that, when we can focus on the body, we really can come into the present moment, because we're not trying to escape the body or escape our feelings. We're sitting right in them. Ooh. The second thing that I think is, not just but the principle of foundation of meditation is your breath. The foundation of meditation is the breath, because it is the most present that you can get. It is absolutely automatic. You have to breathe in order to survive, of course. But because it's on auto drive all the time, we can often forget about the breath. We can lose it. We can lose our train of thought, like I just did with the breath. And so what we want to do is to recapture the present moment through focusing and feeling your inhale and your exhale. And by focusing on your inhale and your exhale, what you do is you come out of your mind, out of worry about the future or obsessing about the past, and you come into this present vehicle that you live in, the one that is living and dying every day, all day, this body of yours. And the last element, you have body, you have breath, and the last element that I want to focus on in each of our three meditations is your voice. This powerful expression tool that you have, this ability to articulate your thought, to express your emotion, to emote and just physically sound with vibration. Your voice is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And by spiritual, I just mean conscious. It is your conscious self being put out into the world. And it's uniquely human. And so in celebration of your body, your breath, and your voice, we're going to do a meditation now in support of your day, using the body, breath, and voice. Okay, let's get into it. So if you can, come to a seated or lying down position. That can help us focus on the present moment. If, however, you're in a busy part of your day and you are running around taking care of business, it's totally fine to have this audio in your ear or have this video playing in the background. You'll get something out of it no matter what you do. But if you can, come to a seated position, come to a lying down position, carve out a little space in your day to gather your thoughts and gather back your energy and become present. Starting with the foundation of your breath. I want you to inhale and exhale and focus on the feeling of inhale and exhale. Take a few moments to come into your breath. And in order to come into your breath, you have to come out of your thoughts. Because your singular thought, a focus of your attention, is just on breathing in and breathing out. Notice the cyclical nature of your breath. How your lungs and your diaphragm pump in and draw in air from outside of you that merges in your beautiful body before you allow it to leave. Imagine and kind of feel the circle shape of your inhale and exhale as it comes in your body, merges there, leaves your body, merges outside before coming back in. New air, flavored by you, leaving your body, flavored by outside. Maybe you roll your shoulders and release any tension that you have gathered so far from today. Ooh, and instead of just going like this mindlessly, really feel the full extent of your shoulder roll. As you continue to breathe, we're going to come into your body by creating sensations in your body. And anytime your mind goes back snaps into the future thinking or past deliberating, bring it back into a sensation of the body. Focus on a muscle tensing and releasing. Focus on the texture of your clothes against your skin. Focus on the taste in your mouth. Maybe you're eating food and you can double down on focusing on your food. And one thing that really helps in meditation, in becoming present in your body, is slowing everything down. A slower, deeper breath stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system. Your rest and digest. A shallow, rapid breath stimulates your nervous system into thinking that you are in fight or flight. And so let's slow down and deepen your breath. And we're going to go into the body in a different way. I'm going to have you take your hands and place them on your belly, right under your rib cage, right above your navel. And as you breathe in, I want you to feel this part of your body expanding horizontally, like an accordion. Your rib cage might even expand. Once again, inhaling deeply and down into your body, so far and so deep that your rib cage and your stomach expand horizontally like a gorgeous balloon. And then you're going to hold that at the top of your breath. Hold it for just a little bit before you allow that breath to leave. And by keeping your hands in this part of your body, I want you to feel the harmony of your body receiving the air. Feel it in your hands, these super sensation receptors of your body. Feel that air coming into your body because the shape is expanding and receiving air deep down in the lower part of your lungs. One trick is if you notice your shoulders move up in order to receive more breath, keep them lowered down. If your chest is moving up and down with your breath, keep that standing erect throughout your inhale and your exhale. And by keeping your shoulders down and your chest erect the whole time, Your lower part of your body gets to be the accordion or the bellows of the fire, breathing in horizontally. Now the next stage of our breathing is something called, it's counted breath. And we're going to use a count of 4, 4, 6, and 2 in order to count the rhythm of our breathing. Whew. If you notice any tension arising in between my directions, just shake it off, roll your shoulders, come back into a very relaxed and gentle place. This can be a very restorative time, even though you might be trying something new, because just sitting and breathing for a minute throughout your day can be so centering. Okay, so here we go with 4, 4, 6, 2 breath. We're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6, and hold for 2. And I'll do it with you a couple times. One thing that is helpful in this is if you lean forward just a little bit from where you're sitting, or if you're lying down, place your hands on your belly and feel your belly expand with air. Not so much your chest, more down in your belly, because what we want to do is activate the diaphragm, which is your breathing muscle. All right, so we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6, hold for 2. Ready? And inhale. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2. Now on your own. So after noticing what it feels like in your body after that counted breath, we're going to switch gears. And now we're going to do a meditation, a guided meditation on the theme of flexibility. So I'd like you to come to a seated or lying down position. And if that's not possible, that's okay. But if you can, carve out some space to become present, comfortable and relaxed in your body. And you'll begin by using the foundation of meditation, which is your beautiful, supportive breath. taking a nice, enriching inhale. And on your exhale, let go of something that wants to be let go of. Moving your body to create less tension and more space. You can even shake your hands or your head if you're filled in this middle part of the day with other people's stuff, their intentions, their needs of you. Just shake it all off. You can do a lip trill, which is really supportive for your throat and your voice and your breath. Letting go of whatever isn't yours, whatever you've accumulated from the start of the day till right now, that isn't yours, let it fall off of you like shedding a skin and come back into what is yours, which is your body, your breath, your voice, your emotions, your thoughts. So often as caretakers of others, in personal or professional life, as guides and mentors, we can take on the needs of others, and then we carry their burden for a short time. And so right now I want you to shirk off the burden of others. Shirk off the idea that you are needed somewhere else. And be a little selfish as you take up this time for you right now, only you, in service of you, worthy you. I want you to close your eyes and continue to breathe, and in your mind's eye, picture a bubble encircling your body. A light, effervescent, beautiful bubble with enough space around your body that it feels really comfortable, really safe. That might be a little closer in for you, or it may be a few feet out. Whatever feels really good. This bubble is yours, like a protective egg around you. And we're going to start to program our bubble in our imagination, this protective shield, this separating boundary between you and other. We're going to start to program it so that it's even more pleasurable, more safe, more stimulating, more exciting to be in this bubble. One of the ways of setting up protection using this imaginary bubble is to imagine that from an outside point of view, looking toward you and your bubble, all they can see is mirror. The outside of your bubble, you can imagine it looking like a shiny, bright mirror, deflecting attention that doesn't serve you. Or maybe you want to turn the opacity down or up a little bit on your mirror. Maybe you do want some more attention. And so instead of being a firm mirror, maybe people can see you, and that feels really good. And in that case, what you can do is imagine that as the attention points from others, as their gaze or thoughts or desires of you, as they come toward you, you can imagine that as their attention, thought, gaze touches your bubble, if it doesn't match with love, it bounces off. Nothing but love, or things that match love, harmonize with love, can get through. So I'll say that again. Your bubble, this translucent, opaque, or mirrored, walled cocoon that you reside in, Imagine it all around you. Patch any holes in your mind's eye, or even physically using your arms to shape your imagination. Patch any holes that feel like weak points. You can even caulk them up, paint them, put rubber there, so that anything that does not match the frequency of love, the intention of love, comes towards you and bounces off. And you can take it a step further, where you program this imaginary bubble that is being so protective and loving for you. Program it that as anything touches you, touches the boundary of your bubble, as it touches you, if it doesn't match the frequency of love, on the point of contact between you and the object coming towards you, the thought, the intention, the desire, the word, as it comes towards you and touches you, your bubble is so powerful that it transmutes this attention point into love. And as it bounces off and goes back to the sender, it goes back as pure love. It sheds any ill intention, any manipulation, any drain, and it turns into love and sends back to the sender. It's like a bouncy field. However, if the attention feels really good to receive, if it matches this frequency of love, allow it in. Another thing that we can program our beautiful bubble to do is to fill up on the inside with the light of love. Maybe that's a pink light. Maybe you put your hands on your heart to feel more loving, to tap into that energy field of love, that emotional field of love. And then you can imagine love being filled up from top to bottom, side to side, completely filled with love on the inside of your bubble. So you have a shield as a reflection if you want it. You have a boundary that is very discerning and only allows in attention, words, thoughts, activities that are based in love. You have a powerful transmutation tool where anything that comes towards you, touches it, turns into love and gets sent back to the sender as love. And you have inside a loving, kind, supportive cocoon. Now we're going to take this beautiful egg bubble with you inside, and we're going to imagine going on a little journey, because the theme of this meditation is flexibility. So now that we have our support, our vehicle of support, I'm going to have you imagine that you're at the precipice of a gentle river. You're standing on its edge, watching the water float by. Maybe there's bubbles in the water from an upstream waterfall. Maybe you see down crystal clear through the water to the rocks and algae below. Maybe there's fish swimming, or maybe it's a rushing, beautiful, cold river. Whatever you imagine, I want you to imagine jumping into the river. Fully surrendering to the river. Jump right in. No raft needed. Just your egg cocoon boundary and you. And as you go in, this beautiful egg shape of boundary protection around you acts like a little bit of a flotation device. And it keeps you safe as you float down the river. Taking another nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine surrendering even deeper to the flow of the river as it carries you along, buoyant on its path. You're looking up and you see the beautiful supportive sun sending down its magical rays of life-giving energy to you. You look up and maybe you see the tops of trees or birds. Maybe you see cliffs' edges or the landscape of Moab. Continuing to breathe with every exhale, let go and surrender to the flow of the river. You are protected. You are safe. And you are moving forward, whether you like it or not. And trying to swim back upstream to where you were before will only expend your energy. Let go and trust that where you're headed is good. That can take some thought during this year especially. The future with unknowns can be so difficult to surrender to. But just try with every exhale to let go a little bit more, just even a crack. And then expanding on that tiny opening of surrender, of flexibility, of trust. And you're continuing down the river. There's no change in that. If you've hopped back out in your imagination, get back in. We're going to keep going. Because up ahead are some rapids with some big boulders. And we're going to stretch our ability to be flexible. So if it helps, remind your bubble container how strong it is. Fill it back up with love. Give yourself a kind touch, maybe, even right now as you meditate. A loving gesture of touch on an arm or your leg or your stomach or your heart or your head. Remind yourself that even though rapids are up ahead, you are still safe. Safe in your body. Safe in this bubble. Safe on the river. Now up ahead are these big rocks with a little bit more movement in the water, and you can see it coming, you can sense it coming. And to get through this tricky time, this tricky stretch of river, imagine letting go completely, softening your body and becoming almost one with the water as it flows around boulders, as it moves around the rocks. And yes, maybe it's more turbulent, but it is still water and it will still continue to flow forward. Just like you will continue to move forward through this year and through the rest of your life. And we will access trust right now. So if you continue to breathe in and out consciously, on your inhale, I want you to bring in trust and love. And on your exhale, I want you to let go. Let go. I know how scary it can be to let go in life, but let's just pretend right now and feel the surrender in your body. And imagine the surrender in your mind's eye as you float around these rocks, over the rapids, and down to the deeper stretch of water ahead. Resisting the river, becoming rigid, trying to swim upstream, are all reactions that we have that try and keep us safe. But just for right now, let's let go. Now up ahead in your river, you see a landing, a stretch of sand that gently dips into the waters. And your egg and your floating and your surrender, being taken by the current of the river, guides you towards that landing. And when you arrive, I want you to effortlessly leave the river and go back to the edge. Or if it feels good for you to pause and continue to float for a while, that's fine too. You can stay in the meditative state, in a place of imagination, of breath, and of body, and of voice, while we go into a sound bath. And this sound bath will guide you, just a short sound bath, that will guide you into a place of flexibility, And you can imagine on all of the vibrations of the sound bath that you're about to go through, you can be carried like water. The vibrations of sound going like this, and you can just float with it. Be carried on the sound waves. Allow yourself to surrender and be flexible and to trust that what's ahead is good. Tough for right now, but very needed in order to survive these times. So now we're going to shift gears, and for the next 10-15 minutes, we're going to experience what's called a sound bath, using these crystal quartz bowls, which tone at different notes. And it's called a sound bath because the vibrations are so big, it's almost like being in a bath of water with all of the vibrations all around you. It can be a very soothing experience. It can stimulate emotion. And whatever happens during the sound bath is absolutely fine. If you end up taking a nap, how lovely. If, however, it causes you to feel emotion or discomfort, then that's okay too. Just try and sit with it and relax into that experience of what is. These are a little bit on the magical side, so I can't predict what's going to happen for you, but I hope that it is a pleasant and relaxing experience.